No enhancements, which I would try.
Yes, no, it's a good product.
What's your racial background?
Well, I'm
White?
half Palestinian and half European.
You don't look it.
You look white. Palestinians
with
are,
blue eyes?
Oh, yes. My dad
There's a
has
lot of them
with blue
that look
eyes.
white.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Are you a
There's lot of
natural
them,
blonde?
surprisingly,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
There's Palestinians that you would think are white, and you would be like, "What the hell?" And they speak full on Arabic. And everything.
You live here now?
I live here now. I've lived here a year.
I just got to know real quick.
Palestinian. What was the other half?
Like Scottish, Swedish mix. Yeah.
How long you been here?
1 year.
You ever been with a black guy before?
No.
All right, nigga, let's fucking go.
Okay, so Andrew, we have now we got all the girls introduced, whatever it may be, backgrounds, ages. We got a wide range here from 19 all the way to
35.
35. Do you have any questions for the ladies? It's been a while since you've been in America.
Oh,
Andrew?
we need an intro for Andrew first.
I'm like, yo, it's the most Google guy in the world. Like, everybody knows who this
We know
guy
who you
is.
are.
No.
They might know who you are, but let's say, because she doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Talk G, let's go.
My name is Andrew Tate. I'm a feminist, of course. I'm here to support the women. No, I blew up to prominence in 2021 and 2022 by telling the truth about the world, and then the system got angry at me and Matrix attacked me. I spent 4 years in jail and locked in my house, and I very recently got free. So I'm here to continue to tell the truth because I don't learn my lesson and I'm fucking stubborn. So until they lock me back up, I'm going to continue to do it. And the reason why I got in so much trouble is that I actually believe the divide between men and women, which we see every day on the Fresh and Fit podcast and everywhere else in the world, is being exploited by the people who are in charge of Earth to do their very best to enslave as many men as possible and prevent as many women as possible from having children. I think this divide is actually artificially manufactured. I think that the ideas they're putting in both men and women's head are designed to make us not compatible any longer. Women don't think like women used to think, and men don't think like men used to think, and that's why we don't get along like we used to get along. That's why the birth rates are off a cliff. That's why nobody has happy families, nobody has happy homes. Women don't respect men, men hate women. Everything is falling apart all around the entire world. And there's a lot of girls and a lot of women, especially the younger ones, who sit here with their ideas and opinions, not understanding that they're not ideas and opinions they've come to with their own conclusions and their own life experience. It's a psyop that's been perpetuated upon them. They've watched too much Sex in the City. Crap has been put inside of their brains, and they haven't sat down and actually analyzed where these ideas come from. And those ideas that they're repeating, which have been given to them specifically to make them repulsive to other men and to any man with any degree of testosterone, I think it's important that we continue to tell the truth. So I got in a lot of trouble for doing that because women are actually a huge weapon in enslaving men in the world today. And that's why we live in a world which is basically a gynocracy. If you look at America, women are in charge of everything. A woman can wreck you in court. A woman can lie about you. A woman can falsely accuse you of things you did not do. A woman can take half your money. She could take all your kids. A woman can completely wreck a man even if he does absolutely everything right. This entire world is being run by women, and the evil people in charge of the world are trying to make women more powerful than men specifically because it is men who are going to resist against enslavement. It's only men who are going to cause a revolution and fight back against the evil people who are trying to make us all nothing more but slaves. And I think this entire divide we see between men and women is actually extremely important for us to try and heal. I think if we heal it, a lot of things will be fixed along with it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Fair enough. We can read some chats.
Say again?
Body count?
Well, I can guess. But the thing that's interesting is that I can guess and say a number now and it doesn't matter. But the girls who are hiding their body count or don't want to say their body count, I understand very well why they don't want to do that.
Why?
And I think that actually highlights one of the key differences between men and women. The fact that a woman sitting here will not sit and say how many men she's had sex with, and I can sit here and say a number and nobody gives a fuck. That shows there are clearly key biological differences, and there are key socio differences between men and females, and we need to keep that idea for everything else we discussed tonight, because women are going to sit here and pretend that we're all the same and that we're all equal and that they can do everything a man can do and all this crap, but they won't even sit and say how many men they've slept with because they understand intrinsically that their sexuality is actually completely differently wired than a man's sexuality. So it's important we keep that in mind.
People will dap you up, but they'll shame a woman.
You know what? You know the funniest thing? I think Myron actually said this first. when a woman doesn't like another woman, what's the first thing she calls her?
Ho.
A whore.
Yep. Bitch.
So if a woman doesn't like another woman, the first thing she says is she's promiscuous. And then a woman will sit and go, I'm promiscuous, it doesn't matter. Then why are you using it as an insult to any other woman you don't like?
Right.
Since the dawn of human time, nobody has ever respected a promiscuous woman, ever. In any holy book, in any society, there's never been a story which is complimentary about a girl who's promiscuous. It's only the opposite. Chastity, virginity, being hard to achieve, hard to obtain, hard to get. Nobody's ever been singing the praises of a hoe, ever. Until this new modern world where they've come along and decided, how do we make men and women dislike each other so nobody has children?
Yep.
How do we get men to give up their warrior spirit? How do we prevent men from going to the streets and finally taking their fucking country back? I know what we'll do. We'll get them scared of their whore wives. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get him married to some bitch who treats him like shit. Yeah. Tell him if he leaves her, he loses everything he's ever worked for. And needs to sit at home and simp over some bitch who barely likes him. She's allowed to go out and drink with the boys. You can't even tell her not to do that. This is all done on purpose. And they've really somehow convinced this new generation of women that being promiscuous is somehow a win. It is a fucking L. There is no bigger L for a woman than being fucked left and right by guys who barely remember her. Yeah. That is the biggest L on the planet. And if you've been psyoped into believing that's a good thing and that you somehow win, you are definitely a slave to the Matrix. You need to wake up and understand the most important thing you have as a female. Your #1 trump card in the world. In fact, the only advantage you have on this planet is your sexuality. You're not bigger than men. You're not stronger than men. You're not smarter than men. You can't resist enslavement like men. You're more lazy than men. You can't do anything a man can do. The only thing you've got is sex. And if you're throwing it away to any fucking retard in Pennsylvania who drives a fucking Toyota, you need to think twice about what you're doing.
This is biblical. The Bible calls women the weaker vessel, like quite literally in Scripture. I mean, it's biblical.
And it's not an insult.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
It's playing to your strengths. You have to look at the board and say, what do I have on the board that I can play with? And women understand that sexuality is their move. That's why they have OnlyFans accounts. So what I'm saying is, if that's your goal, don't throw it away. Yeah. Be very careful with it. That's all I'm saying. It's an L to give away your gold. It's an L for a man to give all his money away. Why would I give money away to random hoes on the street in Miami if I just walk around and start handing out dollar bills? I'm a dumbass. So if you're going to walk around handing out pussy, guess what you are? You're a dumbass. And this promiscuity is being pushed by the Matrix purposefully because nothing is going to detest a man more than the fact that before he met you, you were promiscuous. What's going to make a man, there's nothing else that will make a man want to take care of you less than the fact you were promiscuous before you met him. I have to take care of you, pay your bills, put up with your shit, get you a house, buy you a car, make sure our children are safe, pay the bills. I have to do all this, and that guy hit it for free? Am I a fucking dumbass? Why am I paying for what he got for free? Facts. If you walk into McDonald's and you get a hamburger for $1 and I come next and they say it's $10, I'll be like, why did she pay $1? Why am I paying 10? Am I fucking stupid?
Right.
Promiscuity is lowering your value to all of your future potential partners. It's extremely important that doesn't happen. And that's why the women on here are sitting saying, I don't want to say my body count. I understand why they don't want to say it. I'm not saying they should say it. What I'm saying is that every single female alive actually intrinsically understands her only value or her biggest trump card to other men is her sexuality. And no man wants what every man's had.
Facts.
Andrew?
Sure.
Okay, so if women's sexuality is their only thing, why is it so important what a woman's body count is and not a man's?
Sorry. Again?
Why is it so important what a woman's body count is and not a man's?
Okay, you want to hit this one, Myron?
No, you go.
No, please.
No, you're supposed to guess, bro.
Oh, okay.
They've heard me say
Myron, you can get it after.
I'm just here to moderate.
It's a genuine question. I'm genuinely curious from a men's perspective.
Well, there's very specific biological differences, firstly. Firstly, women get pregnant, men don't get pregnant. This is the most important.
Fuck.
One time you don't play the sound.
But this is actually very important because for the longest period of human history, up until very modern times with birth control, etc., if a woman had sex with a man, she might be out of the dating market forever. So she needs to be a lot more careful with who she sleeps with than a man does. Because a man can have sex with a woman, she can get pregnant. The man's not out of the dating market. The man can just bounce if he so decides. That's the first thing. It's biological. It's very important. Secondly, from a societal perspective, women for a very long time have been praised for their chastity or as close to it as possible. This is why all of society was built. Why do you wear a white dress at a wedding? Do you know why?
Purity.
You're supposed to be a virgin, to be honest, and no one is, but you're supposed to be, right?
But why? But why?
Why? I'll tell you why. Because for the longest period of human history, the only way I could ensure paternity of a child is if my wife was a virgin. How am I going to know that kid's mine? Let's say we live in some country where everyone looks the same, right? I'm Chinese. Ching Chang, Chang Chong, Ching Wong, Wing Wang. We all look the fucking same. Chinese baby comes out. How do I know that Chinese baby's mine? Now we have DNA tests. All right, cool. But humans have evolved over thousands of years, right? How do I know that baby's mine? The easiest and only way for me to know that child, which I now have to take care of, which is supposed to share my name, which I have to invest years into trying to make a prodigy of me, which I have to give my empire to, which I have to give my money to, that son, everything I've ever worked for, everything on my back goes to him. How do I know he's mine? The easiest way is if the woman's a virgin. That's probably one of the only ways, right? So we now live in a new modern society where you can trick with science. You can take birth control, you can get DNA tests, you can sleep with all these men and get away with it, etc. But this is not the way things ever were. And if you accept that, then you must accept that evolutionarily, biologically, I would argue that there is a mental component to all of these things. And I want to give you all a thought experiment because I'm treating you like adults. If I told you, here's a girl, you've never met her, and she's had sex with 1,000 men, do you imagine her to be a rational, stable girl, or do you imagine her to be fucking crazy?
She's got 1,000 cock stare. I mean, she's
crazy,
man.
She's nuts.
Yeah, she's not there.
Okay, so a woman can't. So let's approach this as professionals. Here's the point. In history, if a woman slept with a man and she got pregnant, she was with that man forever. That was it. There was no birth control. There's no DNA test.
Correct.
Women are not prepared mentally to go through endless breakups. They sleep with a guy, they have a kid, they're stuck with that guy forever. Men, since the dawn of time, have been sleeping with different women. We're evolved for it. Women aren't. A woman cannot go through life having endless sex with loads of different men and not take genuine mental damage. They end up fucking crazy. They end up on antidepressants. They end up being alcoholics. Any woman who sleeps with 100 men ends up literally fucking nuts. You're not evolved to do that. And if you find a woman who has done it, talk to her for 5 minutes. You'd be like, bitch, you're nuts.
Could I offer something real quick? I think that's why Judaism is only passed down through the mother, technically, right? Because that's the only way that you can confirm that that child is actually Jewish because it was birthed by the Jewish mother. You don't know with the father who actually impregnated her at the end of the day. Like, quite literally, Judaism to this day, it is only passed down through the mother.
Do you think that's an interesting point?
Yeah.
I have to be careful talking about them because I go to jail. But do you believe a woman can have sex with 1,000 men and retain her sanity?
No.
This is a simple yes or no question.
No.
Because I know men who have slept with 1,000 women and they're fine. Can a woman sleep with 1,000 different men, 1,000 different dicks inside of her, and retain her sanity and happiness as an individual? It's a yes or no question.
No, not even 100 in my opinion. Not even 100.
You lose your fucking mind. You're not evolved to go through breakups. You're not evolved to do this. You're supposed to have sex with a man, get pregnant, be with that man. You're not supposed to be sleeping with a new man every 3 months.
Right.
This is all modern bullshit. And that's why everyone's losing their fucking minds. How many women are on antidepressants? How many women admit they have a mental condition? How many women admit to being depressed? All of this comes down to the amount of dick they're taking. None of these women should be fucking all these dudes. That's why they're all mental. That's literally why all these women are fucking crazy.
I think a lot of women agree with you on that. No, because when a woman has a male-centered friend, what is the first thing you do when you become friends with someone? You notice if they're male-centered, and you do not want to be friends with them.
Right.
And so I feel like we can all agree to a certain extent. If a person is a certain amount of male-centered, it is an unhealthy friendship because men will become everything about the friendship.
True.
I mean, nothing else will matter.
One of my best friends
real quick, ladies, hold on. Guys, I'm going to cut Myron Gaines X. We're going to go on over to Fresh and Fit. So you guys go over to Fresh and Fit on either Rumble or YouTube, whatever you guys want. But yeah, come on over to Fresh and Fit. I'm ending my stream, Myron Gaines X. OSS, all of it is ending. Come on over to either Cats Club or Rumble or Fresh and Fit. But it's only Fresh and Fit, so I'm cutting my stuff right now. Go ahead. Keep going, guys.
I was just going to say, like, I had a friend who had over 100 buddies, and she's never been in a real relationship. And now she's not my friend. She actually fucked me over in a major way recently. And should I be surprised? Because she's a crazy bitch. No. Because girls who have sex with... Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
You're right. And then let's apply this to something else, right? Relationships are difficult and people argue. We can all agree with that.
Yes.
Women have endless sexual options. even more than high-tiered males, even more than famous men. You can go out and get 100 men a day. You have unlimited sexual options, right? So if you're not prepared to struggle and suffer through the difficulties of a relationship with a man, you always have the option to go out there and get a new man right away. So as soon as the stigma attached with a new dick disappears, because your first 3 or 4 men you sleep with, sleeping with a new guy is a big deal. But once you've slept with enough men, it's not a big deal anymore. So you argue with your man, and he pisses you off because men annoy you and people argue, and your instant option, your instant default is I'll just go get a new dick then with a new man. Fuck this guy. Women lose their ability to even be loyal or pair bond or stick through any kind of difficulty with a man if they sleep with too many men.
Can we talk about pair bonding? Actually, that's important. I want to ask
pair bonding?
What's your opinion, Andrew? How many bodies can a girl have before she can no longer pair bond, in your personal opinion?
What is pair bonding?
That's a good question. Genuinely be in love with and genuinely obsessed with.
Yes.
Okay.
2, 3. I'm not gonna lie.
What's
Wait,
the noise for?
so
It's just,
I'm still confused on what it is.
That's how you
is there
see
a certain
women.
amount of
It
people who
exists in
do
the
it?
animal kingdom, right? I mean, no, Andrew, explain. He'll be better.
You know, everybody's different in their own way.
Yeah, ladies.
ladies.
Let him explain it, then he can tell you.
No, I'll listen. How do I see women that's negative? I just said women shouldn't be promiscuous. Is that a negative idea?
No, I agree.
Is that a
on
negative opinion?
That's your personal opinion.
What have I said that's negative about women in anything I've said so far?
Nothing. No, you're trying to enlighten women to not be promiscuous.
I'm genuinely asking. If I said something
But you're
offensive, please
basically
let me know.
making it seem like we're hoes.
No, I'm saying you shouldn't be
men
hoes.
are hoes too.
I'm saying
he's not saying
I'm
that.
saying you shouldn't be hoes.
If the shoes fit.
I think we should get to the pair bonding question because that may explain a lot. Andrew, how many women, in your opinion, Andrew, how many women can a girl sleep with before she can no longer
Okay,
pair
so I
bond with
have a
her man?
controversial opinion
Okay.
on this.
Okay, let's hear it.
No, but here's the first thing, and I want to actually get you girls' opinions because I'm here to learn. I'm not going to pretend I know it all. Well, I do, but I'm being nice.
Pretending.
I'm pretending. I would argue a woman can only truly deeply fall in love 1, 2, max maybe 3 times. Would you
I agree. Yes,
I agree.
100%.
You fall in love once. You can only truly, deeply, with all of your heart, fall in love 1, 2, maybe max 3 times, and after that, it just doesn't feel the same anymore.
No, I agree.
I agree. My
with
fiance is the only man I've been truly in love with. My first love was like puppy love, I would say. I felt like I loved him. It was 4 years long, but I was young. It was puppy love. This is my first relationship where I'm really, genuinely, truly in love. So I would agree with you.
I don't think women can fall in love over and over again.
Actually, I've only fell in love once.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
But you're 20, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense. You're young.
But I had a baby with the person.
That's
so.
good.
It's okay.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And children are
with him?
beautiful.
Can you be with him? Do you want to get with him for the sake of your baby, maybe?
Girl, he's in jail.
Oh.
Been there. Play the soundtrack. But the point I'm making is women can only fall in love 1, 2, let's assume 3 times.
Yeah.
A man can fall in love over and over and over and over.
No.
I feel like it's
Let me give you-
promiscuous.
Well, I'll give you another thought experiment. This is a thought experiment. If a woman sleeps with 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 men, and then the perfect man comes along who's very nice to her and treats her well, etc., because of what I just discussed earlier with the fact that people argue and nothing's perfect and she has unlimited options, she's likely to cheat on that guy and eventually leave him. Whereas if a man sleeps with 50 women and then the perfect little virgin angel who obeys him and does everything he says comes along, he's going to be obsessed with her. He's going to fall in love with her completely and utterly. Men can fall in love at any point during their sexual history. Women get 1, 2, 3 shots max.
Yep.
Then they die inside. Their hearts die inside, and they become gold diggers.
It's true.
This is the guys. This is the current cycle of society. The current cycle of society is this: men and women fall in love at a young age, teenage love, whatever. It doesn't work because young age never works, right? People used to get married back then. No one gets married anymore. And if you don't get married, you don't have the kid young, it's going to end. Then they go out there, they find another guy they like, they fall in love. And then eventually he cheats, so they leave him because they've been told by society, leave a man the second he cheats. Then they get another guy. And that works for a while, and then it breaks up. Break up, go through a guy, break up, go through a guy. Most hoes don't even want to be hoes. They just keep going looking for this impossible standard that they see on Instagram. I want a man who brings me a G-Wagon full of roses and never cheats and flies me on jets and he's 6'8" and makes $10 million a month. That's what I want. That's what I deserve, girl. I saw on TikTok. And they go through life looking for this unrealistic bullshit. They don't even mean to be whores. They're just going from dude to dude trying to find something that doesn't exist. And eventually, after they've had enough dick, their heart dies and they think, fuck it, I'll just chase the bag.